Back to my channel, guys. It's been a while, just a few days really, but nonetheless a while, being or considering that I was doing day by day chapter reviews on Sachi-iro no One Room, and I'm back. I'm on chapter 9. I just read it, just finished it, and here's my review of chapter 9 of Sachi-iro no One Room. My manga review. This is the third chapter, I believe. 7, 8, 9. Yes, the third chapter of the second volume, and there's 3 more chapters left out there, and I don't know if volume 3 or just chapter 13 is still on the works. Like I said before in other reviews, the manga itself is shown as ongoing in most websites, so makes me believe that 12 is not the last chapter, but it could be because I haven't really seen the 13th chapter out there. I'll just wait for it. So, little fast synopsis on this manga if you haven't heard about it. Essentially, you have this girl who was being abused at home physically, who was being bullied in school, and then sexually harassed by her teacher. Then she's kidnapped by a guy that we don't know much about yet, and she basically wants to stay with him because she is being taken care of in a nice way and being shown love that she had never had received from someone else. So that's really the synopsis, and then from there it almost feels now a slice of life. If you would have asked me genre-wise if I consider it a slice of life from the first volume, I would have said no, it's going somewhere. Now it's feeling more and more slice of life, and for those who don't really know what that theme, that genre is, of slice of life is, essentially is the plot still moves, the characters still build up, but there's no like point where they're reaching, or no, there's no set goal, I guess you can say that. And I thought the goal was for them to escape, to get married, and have a happy life. This chapter kind of played with your mind when it came to that. The whole chapter is based on her watching TV and wanting to watch a movie, and kind of thinking, is her life like a movie where it's just going to end on a high note, on a good note, or is it going to be ongoing and she's going to have to go back to her old life? She's going to have to go back to all this harassment, and the happiness that she's having right now is limited. Chapter 9 in itself, if you would ask me personally, is a filler chapter. In the volume itself, it's smack in the middle, so it makes sense for it to be a filler chapter. It still builds the characters up, but it doesn't give us any new information. It just develops feelings more about her doubting the happiness that she has right now with Oni-san, the guy that we just don't know anything about. She is basically being developed in a way where she has more and more doubts that this happiness is not gonna last. This happiness has a limit and it's close. As well as her remembering this other guy that we saw in chapter 8 that is proclaiming that he is the one that kidnapped her, and she kind of recognizes him as another guy that probably also harassed her physically in a sexual way. They didn't really show us anything other than he was basically in one way a dark figure in her past. So we don't know much out of this chapter. It builds up some feelings, but that's it. The other only good thing of this chapter was at the end they do reveal in kind of a preview of the next chapter that there's going to be this other girl character that's going to be added to the story. Now, coming from the side of Oni-san. So I'm not really sure if it's an old friend, if it's, I don't know, a landlord or something, but there's a female character coming out, this next chapter, chapter 10, which I'll be reviewing tomorrow for sure. And I'm pretty excited to see what this new character brings to the table. As of right now, being a filler chapter, I don't think it deserves for it to make it move down, even though it can affect it. I wouldn't move it down or up. As of right now, I think it should stay, as my rating goes, at a 7.5. And it might move up or might move down again. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the description below. I already have another manga that I will be reviewing, and this manga will be by volumes, but I'm trying to look for another manga that I can review for you guys chapter by chapter. So if you have an idea of which next manga I should review chapter by chapter, not volumes, chapter by chapter, put it in the section below. I want to hear your opinion, and obviously it would have to be one that is pretty psychologically changing episode by episode. I would love to do either a psychological or romance. I know they're kind of opposites, but I want to do one or the other. So put it in the comment section below. I would appreciate it so much. And thank you guys for all your support. And like always, don't be strangers.